For the first time, the Supreme Court is set to weigh in on the raging culture war battle over transgender treatments for minors. On Monday, the High Court confirmed that during its next term, it will take up a challenge to a Tennessee law that restricts the use of puberty blockers and hormone therapy for minors. Puberty blockers, of course, are used to prevent or delay puberty in minors, and the intent is to forestall more invasive treatments for gender dysphoria in the future. But defenders of this law argue that minors are simply too young to be making such a big decision with potentially big consequences. Some of the hormone treatments in question can have risks of making people go sterile. It depends on the exact treatment and the circumstances, but that is certainly a risk in some cases. Now, the case that the Supreme Court is looking at will not consider transgender surgeries for minors. The Tennessee law restricts that as well. About half of the states in the United States have implemented a similar set of restrictions. Plaintiffs in this case are arguing that it violates their 14th Amendment rights, and the Biden administration is backing them up here. This will be one of the Supreme Court's most high-profile cases next term, which is going to start in October, and that comes after their current term, which was chock full of very, very high-profile and controversial cases, including a gun control case. We really haven't seen the Supreme Court grapple with many transgender cases, and certainly none like the Tennessee law so far. In 2020, there was one opinion that was authored by Justice Neil Gorsuch, which concluded that federal law restricting sex discrimination in the workplace also extended to transgender and gay people. So it'll be really interesting to see how the Supreme Court grapples with this case next term.